All right, today we're diving into some seriously cool tech. We're talking about something that gives surgeons a heads-up display you'd expect to see in a fighter jet, and it's completely changing the game in the operating room. Let's get into it. Just think about that for a second. A surgeon in the middle of a delicate procedure with a futuristic display showing every single piece of critical information in 3D without ever having to look away from the patient. I know it sounds like pure science fiction, but this is happening right now. But, to really appreciate just how big of a leap this is, we first have to understand the challenges surgeons are facing today. So let's take a look at what a modern operating room is actually like. Right now, if you walk into an OR, it's a total maze of fixed screens. A surgeon's attention is constantly being pulled in a dozen different directions. You've got the endoscope feed on one monitor over there, the patient's vitals on another one up there, maybe an ultrasound on a third one wheeled into the corner. They're always turning their head, breaking their focus from the one place it absolutely needs to be, the patient. And this isn't just one small problem, it's a whole domino effect. The monitors are fixed, so someone has to manually switch the video feeds. Sometimes the surgeon has to do it themselves, which means touching a non-sterile screen. All that constant head turning and leaning into awkward positions, that leads to serious ergonomic strain over a career. And every single time they look away, that's a tiny loss of focus that can add up and impact the precision of the whole surgery. So, how in the world do you solve this mess of monitors and this problem of divided attention? Well, the answer is actually kind of brilliant in its simplicity. What if you just get rid of all the monitors? This is where a totally new vision for surgery starts to take shape. And this is the philosophy at the heart of it all. Instead of making the surgeon work around the room's limitations, the technology should adapt to the surgeon. It's all about putting them back in complete, intuitive control of their entire visual world. And that solution is ClearSurgery. What it does is take all those separate, clunky video systems and consolidates everything into one single wireless headset. You can think of it like the surgeon's personal command center, putting every piece of visual data they need right there in their line of sight. And when I say all imaging sources, I mean literally all of them. We're talking the live feed from an endoscope, the view from a high-powered microscope, real-time imaging from an ultrasound or a C-arm, even the video from a robotic system. It can all be layered, resized, and arranged exactly how the surgeon wants it, right in their field of view. Okay, so all the information is right there in the headset. That's great. But how does the surgeon actually interact with it when their hands are, busy performing surgery? This is where it gets really, really innovative. The entire system is controlled without any physical contact. A surgeon can use eye tracking, literally just looking at a video window to select it. They can use simple hand gestures in the air to move it or resize it. And they can use voice commands to switch feeds or adjust settings. The most important part, they can do all of this while staying completely sterile and never breaking focus on the procedure. And the benefits here are huge and immediate. With that unbroken line of sight and super intuitive control, surgeons can just naturally operate with more precision. That physical strain from twisting and turning to see monitors, gone. The entire workflow just becomes smoother and way more efficient. But here's the real game changer. Those old monitors are flat, 2D screens. ClearSurgery provides a stereoscopic 3D view. This gives the surgeon true depth perception. For incredibly delicate work like microsurgery or complex robotic procedures, having that real sense of depth and space is absolutely critical. It's a total game changer. Now, the impact of this technology goes way beyond just one surgeon's view. It's actually transforming the operating room from this isolated little box into a connected hub for learning and collaboration. It's pretty incredible. Think about it, because everything the surgeon is seeing is digital, it can be captured. And that simple fact just opens up this whole world of possibilities for training, for review, and for research. The system has what's called a smart media library, so any procedure can be recorded in high-quality 3D and then stored securely. This means surgeons can go back, they can review their work, they can even annotate key moments. And then these recordings can be shared to help train new doctors or analyzed for clinical research. It turns what used to be a one-time event into this powerful, reusable asset. This idea of connectivity isn't just about looking back at past procedures. It can also happen in real time, connecting a surgeon with an expert from literally anywhere on the planet. They call it immersive tele-mentoring.
And it's wild. A world-renowned expert in New York can put on a headset and see the exact 3D view of a surgeon performing a tricky procedure in, say, London. They can give live guidance, they can point things out in the surgeon's view, and they can collaborate as if they were standing right there in the room. This could completely revolutionize how we train surgeons and share expertise globally.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the immersive view, the hands-free control, the global connectivity, what you end up with isn't just a small improvement. It's a complete reimagining of what surgery can be. I mean, just look at this comparison for a second. We're going from fixed screens to a totally immersive headset view. We're getting rid of manual buttons that risk sterility and replacing them with intuitive gestures in your own voice. We're shifting from surgeons working in isolation to a world of global collaboration, and removing from chronic physical strain to real ergonomic comfort. The difference is just night and day. So, at the end of the day, this isn't just about a better monitor or a new gadget. This is about building an intelligent, a responsive, and a connected environment that is designed from the ground up, completely around the surgeon's needs, all for the benefit of the patient. And that really leaves us with one last big thought. If we can create this kind of seamless, intuitive interface for one of the most demanding jobs on Earth, what could that mean for pilots, for engineers, for first responders? It's a really powerful question about the future of how all of us might interact with critical information.